it's hot. It is 91 degrees at 10:30 in the morning. This is ridiculous. Anyway, let me turn my AC down a bit so I can boil to death. I'm heading to go pick up my daughter's lunch. She wants pizza. So I'm gonna go to Russo's and get her favorite pizza slice and then drop it off. Got a couple other snacks and get a bottle of water for her. Ooh, hello person. I just slammed their brakes on. What? Your brain is fried. Anyway, it's like, this is your brain on drugs. That was the 90s. This is your brain on Houston humidity. Seriously. I've been here for like 4 days now. So I would like to not be here. But anyway, I've got one more day. Hang on, my bottle is going all over the place down there. Everything just rolls around my car. Anyway, so I've got to pack up the car tonight so I can leave directly tomorrow after I go downtown for my family stuff. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna go back to Albuquerque tomorrow and that'll be fine. I've got some friends coming in, got a balloon festival is happening. So I'm just gonna chill and be still for a week and then around come back. Anyway, that said, so I've got to drive 45 minutes to the restaurant and then drop the lunch off at my daughter's school. I also got whiteboard markers because apparently they don't give any money to public schools, so the parents have to buy everything. So these are only $1. So I got like 2 big packs of whiteboard markers and then split them up into 4 so I can give them to her 4 teachers that she has today. Anyway, I don't know why, like, we pay taxes, why they can't give money to the schools for like simple things like using a pen to teach the students. Like, you'd think they'd provide that, right, for the teachers, and the teachers have to buy everything themselves. I don't understand. Anyway, I'm not going to get political, but it kind of sucks. Like, they need pens. You should provide pens. That said, I'm just going to go drive, and then after that I've got to go run one errand, and then I'm going back home, just work on the computer, get everything packed up and sorted, and pack up the car when it cools down a little bit tonight, if it does cool down. I'm in the PTO, but I haven't really done anything because all they want is money. They give us money, and I'm like, I just want to hang out with my kid. Can I just do that? So yeah, I never went to school up until like the middle of 8th grade in America. I went to school in England, so I don't know what elementary school was like. I don't know 7th grade, but I went to the other half of 8th grade, and then I went to 4 years of high school in California. So I know high school, but that's California, that's not Texas. But anyway, they have 2,000 7th and 8th graders in this school. Like, that's how big the neighborhood is. It's really crazy. Like, what were we doing 13 years ago? What hurricane happened 13 years ago that there's that many kids in one little zoned neighborhood? It's crazy. I don't know, they're a little bit more lenient. They allow you to have your phones at lunchtime and just no blankets or slippers. I'm like, man, that sucks. It's so cold. She's freezing cold every day at this school. But yeah, they don't allow you to bring a blanket. I'm like, all I did in high school mostly was sleep because I already knew everything, because I went to school in England, so I already tested out of math and language, and yet they still made me go take those classes. And I'm like, I already know how to speak these languages. I already know how to do this math. I'm bored. And so yeah, so I took all the fun classes. But yeah, high school was high school. I was very homesick. I wanted to go back to England, so I ran away when I was 16. I went back for my sister's wedding, and a couple days after she got married, I was supposed to get back on a plane and go back to America. I was 16 years old, and I got on a train and I ran off to Manchester with my rolling suitcase, and it was just filled with all my yearbooks and photos and, you know, really heavy stuff. And I lasted about 26 hours, I think. I was at a YMCA in Manchester, and I had $45 in my pocket. I didn't want to go back to America. I missed my friends. We had no money for college, and I was so disappointed. We moved all the way to America only to find out that I couldn't go to university unless we had $100,000. But when I got back my senior year, I found this college in Indiana that had a journalism scholarship and a journalism school, and I was able to get financial aid and do work study, and I worked like 70 hours a week or something in college and paid off my school while I was in school, and got scholarships and grants and all this stuff, and ended up going for 4 years and got straight A's and a couple degrees and minors and journalism and all that stuff. And then ended up in Japan after college through a sister city. So yeah, I mean, it all kind of worked out, but it's not like the virtue signaler is like, oh, God was with you and everything works out for a reason. I'm like, I busted my ass. You have no idea how hard I worked. I mean, I never missed a day of school. I never partied, drink, smoked, do drugs, nothing. Didn't date anybody. I just studied and worked my ass off. So nobody just handed me something from a cloud in the sky. I'm offended by anyone that says, oh, it just kind of dropped in your lap. I'm like, I worked my ass off, like really hard. And I, you know, did really well, but I worked my ass off. So nobody just gave it to me. And I paid it all myself. So there. But anyway, but yeah, so I got to go to college, and yeah, totally enjoyed it. Still friends with everybody. I think we've got a another meeting coming up. Oh no, we have an alumni thing tomorrow night. That's it. So we're doing a Zoom. It's probably like 400 people, 500 people on this Zoom, but we're gonna do a Zoom. It'll be like 30 minutes of, please mute your phone. Can you mute your phone? Okay, turn your phone off. Mute your phone. Turn your camera off. You know, and then I'll be looking at everybody's Zoom thing. I'll be like, how do you have a chandelier? Like, what job did you get after college that got you a chandelier? So I'm gonna probably attend that. I'll be probably driving. I'm not in a hurry to get back to Albuquerque. If I get to Abilene tomorrow, that's 5 hours, and then I can do 7 hours the next day. If I can get all the way to Lubbock, that's a bit better. If I can get to Amarillo, that's even better. So Amarillo's a little bit hot, so I don't know. I'll see. I don't really want to go up to Amarillo. I'd rather go Abilene and then 7 hours to Albuquerque. That would probably be easier. So that's just 5 hour drive. So that way, if I get out of Houston tomorrow at the latest, like at noon, then I can stop and do the Zoom. I've got my Jackery fully charged, so I can plug my computer in. I've got my hotspot and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of got all my mobile. I just have to repack the car. And then make sure that I separate everything that has to go directly into the van when I get there, so I don't waste too much time at the airport parking, and just basically pick everything up and move it. But anyway, so now I'm going. I've got 31 minutes to the restaurant. Houston, you drive 100 miles, you're still in Houston. It's ridiculous. But I have good gas mileage on this car. So I already got the oil change last time. I'm good with that. For some reason I forgot I had an oil change. And so I got my emotional support chickies. My daughter gave me these. Anyway, and then yeah, so she wanted me to bring her lunch today. So I've got this like funny picture of some musician that she likes. I'm gonna stick it on a pizza box. But yeah, so we have a good time this weekend. We just work on her artwork and stuff, and you know, she's a 7th grader, so really kind of not really as super hyper energetic as she was when she was like 8 years old. So which is okay, it happens, you know, we get to be older. So she's very busy at school, and just the weekends are just for vegging. So hoping that things will change for the better in the next couple weeks. We'll see. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm just gonna go drive up, and I've got my tea, which is still very hot. I don't know why I'm bringing tea when it's like 90 degrees outside. But I have the AC blasting at home, which I hate AC, but I prefer the cold. So I have it at like 60 degrees overnight. So I slept really well, so I didn't want to get up this morning. Whoa. Why signal when you're turning? Like, the indicator is to indicate that you're going to turn. I don't know where half these people learned how to drive vehicles. I learned from a little like washing machine contraption and driving with a movie screen. So not that is any more realistic, but I managed to drive pretty well. You know, I've never hit anybody. So I've been hit by distracted drivers, but I've never hit anyone. Okay, so now I'm getting on the 249. Okay, I still say the 610, the 405, like it's a California thing. So anyway, it's so bright outside, I can't even see. Put my gigantic glasses back on. These are great, they're like blue blockers, but they're supposed to be stylish because I got them from Charlotte Russe at the mall. They were $5. So these ones have all completely been beat up. These are my other ones that I really like that I got from Vegas, but I keep sitting on them so they keep breaking. So, but they're more my decorative glasses. Like if I'm just walking around shopping or something, I'll wear those glasses. If I'm driving, I'm gonna wear like the gigantic glasses. Okay, now I'm on a 249. Okay, let me go over here. I know Houston pretty well. I don't really need a map. I just need it for like the timing. So I just need to know if I'm gonna be stuck in traffic or something. But I know my way around. Okay, so that's it. Nothing else to report. And I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye.